Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the temporary outage, but we are now going to be back and good to go for more of our action in the Injustice 2 Pro Series. Our next matchup is going to be losers bracket action, and this is going to be Emperor Nyx. I want to say Emperor Nyx, but I almost got to say his tag as well. It's Nyx going up against Echo Fox Scar.
Indeed. So it looks like they're hovering over the idea of Supergirl versus Darkseid. Now we do know that Scar has a bunch of characters, but has been playing really well. I believe it was Scar that eliminated Theo. Scar was one that ended Theo's amazing top 8 streak. But he is running a lot of momentum. Obviously, Scar got second place in MKX as well earlier on, so he's already doing well at this Combo Breaker. But Justice Pro Series is what matters to him now. And can he take out Nyx? Nyx was up 2-0 versus Tweedy in the winner's side, but unfortunately lost 3 games in a row thanks to Tweedy's amazing adaptation. Can he keep himself together? Can he shake that off and take out Scar, who is another gargantuan opponent for him to fight?
Now, he does drop his first combo in the corner. I know we see a lot of combo drops and they happen at the very, very beginning, but Nyx, he was so close to defeating Tweedy. 3-0, in fact. But I think he was so crushed after losing in winners. He's got to make sure he shakes that off going into this match.
Hella chip damage coming out of that full trait from Scar. Well played. What can Nyx do now? Yes, it's trait 2. Oh no, misses the air-to-air. The wake up.
Down 1. That's going to be plus on block even if not. Minion's going to get a little bit of damage. I love the teleport. I actually wonder if he could have converted off that.
I wonder if that was some tech, because he definitely had that was a very deliberate teleport, right? The second he saw Nyx leave the ground and potentially go for a teleport, he did go for his there. So I wonder if that's just some matchup knowledge that Scar's showing right now.
Good trade.
Good trade for Scar.
Any damage before he loses that life bar is going to be consolation damage, really. Teleport to the down 1.
Yeah, nice. Trip guard. A bit of meter build. We haven't really seen too much Supergirl today. You know, obviously, we had Shark Teeth earlier on, and there's plenty of, I suppose, ex-Supergirl players around, you could say, but Scar still showing that good representation. And I'm probably going to take the first game here. Yeah, I don't think Nyx could have air-teched, or if he did, it would have been tight for sure. But Scar going to take a convincing game 1.
I think Scar's going to want to go. He's going to avenge his teammate, right? I mean, let's not forget that Nyx was the player in this tournament that defeated Sonic Fox in winners. So that's one Echo Fox player. You know, Nyx would like the 2 of them.
I mean, Nyx has actually already defeated both Foxes in the tournament. He sent Foxy to losers yesterday, and he sent Sonic Fox losers today. So he already is collecting, you know, he's collecting these world finalists on the way. And Nyx wasting no time going straight to Black Manta. Now, we actually were talking about this a little bit yesterday. So Nyx has always been kind of the premier Darkseid player for sure. Like, there really is no one that holds a candle to his success with the character. But Darkseid, in terms of the game's, like, you know, meta, isn't amazing. Like, he's not terrible, but he definitely isn't one of the strongest characters. Black Manta, on the other hand, very stable, very consistent, very reliable. Not the hardest character in the world to play, but very effective. And Nyx has been putting some time in between the end of last season to now with Black Manta, and I've no doubt we'll see some crazy stuff happening here.
I mean, Black Manta has super good buttons, super good chip damage that definitely surpasses Aquaman, and the strong ground game. Wonderful buttons that you can chuck chip damage on top of as well, and very, very safe. That's the key word. Taking the minus frames, going into that Manta Blast.
Okay, there's the overhead, going to connect. Meter burn as well. Full combo coming out from Scar. We could go for restand or setup. Okay, setup. Hits him out, but Nyx.
Doesn't confirm it into missile though, so he's going to leave damage on the table.
Okay. And he's actually going to regret that, as Scar's going to take that first life bar down convincingly.
You definitely know that Nyx tried to go into the down back 2 there, the missile,
that was
taking the damage.
And Nyx, good reactions there, catching Scar out of the air.
Oh. Uh-oh, back 1-2, boys. That's a hit confirm.
And that's going to be a clash. No way is Nyx not going to take that guaranteed health back here. I mean, there's no reason not to, right? Scar can only at best time goes for 1 bar, but unlikely to spend bar in that situation. Nyx going to spend both of them. Black Manta's going to be building that up quite quickly, so I don't think he's too worried about that.
Yeah, Black Manta has some of the best the best meter build in the game. So the fact that this entire game is built around extreme chip. There we go. Oh, and there's the challenge into down 2. I don't think the Nyx really has conditioned Scar to block enough yet.
No, not really.
Going into the float, it's good in certain situations, but you really need to condition them to knock down to you first. And that's by finishing the strings or going into the chip damage.
Okay, just fishing for that down 1, wants to get the Manta Blast. Gonna start adding up that chip. We know that Scar still has obviously access to his clash, so
there's the forward
get.
dash tech! The knowledge. Using the forward dash to go through the down 2 on the end of back 1-1 up 3. Back-to-back forward 3s right there. Oh, and again! He finally gets the game. Nyx on the verge of losing that. Super close, but yeah, he's taken a small break. I mean, I don't blame him. Not when there's this much on the line. This is a loser's top 8 action match.
And of course, Nyx is good to go. Blocking interactable. No reason to be hasty there.
I mean, even off just a jump 3, that was good damage. 240, not bad at all. That string, that's one of the main strings you can condition off the float, only because you go for the entire ender. Then you can go into float into instant jump 3, and it's really plus on block, but you got to condition them to block first.
Okay, that's going to be a full combo for Scar. Is he going to be in the lead after this? I'm not quite sure. It's going to be quite even at the very least.
Not yet. He's going to get a knockdown though.
Oh wow, he actually reverse air dashed just to try and avoid, but still not far enough. And Nyx gets a nice chunk of health down for himself.
Instant air harpoon doesn't quite work, but very
still
nearly.
the patience. Yeah, Nyx is content to just sit there and fuzzy the mix-up. I like the way Nyx isn't really pressing too much buttons at unnecessary times here. He's actually playing with a lot of patience.
Oh, that noise! I'm never gonna just
What,
not
just the
like.
donk, right?
It's the best sound in the whole game. Don't even at me. Yep, and he's going to go into chip there just to get extra damage. As Sonic Fox has said before, playing Black Manta really feels like playing Sector and MK9. That ground game where you do damage without even having to do significant combos.
I'm assuming you meant MKX, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That is definitely what I meant.
But I mean, it's a good playstyle in this kind of game. You know, obviously things like push block exist, but to push block it costs you a bar of meter. And if Supergirl is having to spend so much bar on push block, it means she's not going to be able to launch you properly to get good damage anyway. And considering you really want your opponents to block because the chip damage builds you more bar, it's not the end of the world. That's quite a good turnout for Black Manta.
That's a good block from Scar. You really don't want to get opened up by that. Not confirming. Oh my god. No reason to not go for the no reason to go for the meter burn there, I think. Good call there from Nyx. So let's just leave the restand situation, keep the ground game, and let's save the rest of the bar for chip. And that little bit of life back with 1 bar to spare. Oh, nice. Going in with the down 2.
There's the patient blocks from Nyx coming through again. Oh, tries to actually get in between the plus frames, but Scar's tighter that time. He's going to enforce it. Nice combo coming through. Nyx has 2 bars, but doesn't have a clash.
Oh, he tries
wow.
to wake up. I'm assuming that's because he must have expected Scar to sit there and block.
Yeah, really well played from Scar that time. Yep, restarting the match. Crowd lets out a slight boo in disappointment not seeing the combo finish. But I mean, that was kind of just mainly it was Nyx kind of just refusing to respect the wake up options. He just wanted to do everything but block in those last couple of seconds, those last 10, 15 seconds.
And I think that's because Black Manta has actually got wake up attacks, but the wake up Manta strike, I'm assuming that was 100%. He expected Scar to expect a wake up. If you expect a wake up, you sit there and block, because the Manta charge is unsafe on block, and that would have won in the game. So I think Nyx just made the ultimate read of he's going to sit there and wait, and I'm going to do wake up Manta Ray. He was just thinking way too far ahead.
Okay, so Nyx is going to be going to his 3rd character of the series, and it's going to be Hellboy. We do know that Nyx has been playing quite a lot of Hellboy. He does have quite a tidy Hellboy at his disposal, but he's currently down games, so he has 1 match to make this work. I hope he can adapt on the fly and go straight in for the ground pound. That is going to be a message for Scar, because we know that Nyx is picking this character and is not afraid to just do the unsafe move straight away without hesitation.
I mean, he plays Darkseid anyway, who has a ground pound of his own. Like, Nyx is not afraid, and just the raw damage Hellboy gets is insanity, and that's a punish on hit. Doomsday armor, very reminiscent of that from Injustice 1.
Gaz going to be a good down 2, spends a bar. Going to have the corner this time. Oh, I like it. Instant forward dash, just to get over the wake up and gets another hit. Scar is just 1 step ahead all the time right now. He's just reading the way Nyx gets off the ground every time. Nyx really seems to be panicking whenever he gets off the ground. It's a wake up attack or it's a button, it's something. Very rarely is Nyx going to be blocking on wake up, and that's going to put Scar at match point.
I really feel like Nyx is starting to squirm a little bit on wake up. When he's put in these situations, he's just not very confident in his own defense, it almost feels
He's
like.
very afraid of blocking. I'm not quite sure what he's too worried about. He's not going to be kind of, he's not exactly going to get 50-50'd or mixed up to death. Sometimes you just have to block and wait your turn, but at the moment Scar is really making him panic.
I'm wondering if that ground pound's going to cost him 2 bars. Yep, he has no choice but to try.
I mean, we'll get back to full health in this life bar, so undone some of the damage, but losing that clash this early could come back to bite him.
Oh my god, he goes for it again. Huge unsafety, but not afraid to pull the trigger on that ground pound. But Scar back in control here. He's got the corner as well. Are we going to see a wake up? We are. I think this is really showing nerves coming out of Nyx. He's wake-upping every single time. Empty jump low.
Okay, Scar knew that one time that Nyx was finally going to block, but he made him pay for it.
Right, one more significant launch might do it. And just the reads, the raw stuff.
Now, you know I said before that having the Clash lost that early means he's going to regret later. This might be that moment in time because he has lots of bar to get health back, but no Clash to do so. And the down 2 trade. Oh, that wake up was good. That wake up was smart, but the wake up down 2 from Scar. That might do it. No.
One more hit. And Nyx is going to be out of the tournament. Back 1-2-3, connects, and Scar moves into the top 8 of the first IPS Premier.
Well played all around. Scar really has just been playing out of his mind. You know, he's already had a successful weekend. He got second place in Mortal Kombat X earlier on today and is getting through towards top 8 himself here in Injustice 2. Huge congratulations. Obviously, Nyx, commiserations. It's a shame to see him lose out so close to top 8, but these things happen sometime, right? He lost to 2 strong players, no shame in that. Hopefully we'll see him at some more events this year, and well played all around.
I think to defeat the Fox in tournament, and the first Premier, and Foxy as well, and then to lose 2 good players, that was the pure definition of you win some and you lose some. So we're going to go for a quick 30-second break, guys. Don't go anywhere because we are going to be right back.
Wow.
Welcome back, folks. This is the Injustice 2 Pro Series, presented by Simple Mobile and Samsung, and losers side top 8 qualification matches. Here we go, Gunshow and Happy Pal.
Now, Gunshow.
Wait, these guys have played before.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I believe so.
Do you remember the first 10 that we set up? Do you remember?
You know.
Do you remember?
Not to plug our own channels, right? Not to plug our own content, but I do remember. So on our own channel, we used to do like a lot of first to 10s. Every week we'd have, you know, players come in and would live stream first to 10s between each other. It'd be players that don't get the chance to play like overseas to each other, or just players that were looking for opportunities to just play the game.
We just try and set up the dream matches, right?
You know, set up matches people want to see. You know, got some prizes to give away. It was good fun. This was the first Injustice 2 first to 10 we did, right? It was Gunshow vs Happy Pal, and it was wild. Like, completely and utter chaos from start to finish. But winding the clocks forward a considerable amount of time, now we're in 2018, Gunshow eliminated Tekken Master off stream 3-0. I have been informed. And Happy Pal has been just taken out player after player after player, including Scar, who we just saw. It was Happy Pal that sent Scar to losers. So this is going to be a bit of a crazy match, I think is a safe way of saying it.
I'm really excited to see what happens here because this is a Northern Arena match. We see Gunshow, and it's another one of those things. Happy Pal losing to Biohazard because the experience of Flash that Bio had was just, you know, it was unparamount to anyone else. I wonder if he's going to have a similar thing against Gunshow here, because Gunshow playing against Honeybee regularly as well. If there are 2 opponents that I do not think Happy Pal wanted to fight, it's the 2 Canadians that have the Flash God Lord as a practice partner.
But you say that, but Honeybee does tend to beat them in tournament. So it's not like they go even with those Flash players. Honeybee generally does get the best of them consistently. So it's a matchup that at the very least they lose, you know. So maybe Happy Pal can tap into that. He wasn't able to do it versus Biohazard. Can he do it versus Gunshow? We're going to find out right now.
It's been a long time.
Loser side action.
It's been a long time since Happy Pal has felt this level of tournament pressure. So hopefully it doesn't get to him too much. Gunshow is locked and loaded, you know, going into IPS. He's had such amazing results online in his online cups, and he's been feeling good about himself going into the IPS Major.
You see him playing that full screen game. He has the option to really keep it going. That's a lot of health going down back out, but he does get a hit with the block. Oh, gets opened up.
I don't think he's going to be too worried about getting hit by that if it means that it's going to undo the Speed Force. But yeah, not going for the meat, but I think he wants to keep his bar and then maybe catch him in the corner. There's the patience. Ooh. Yep, down one's going to whiff. Happy Pal knows that.
You see how difficult to approach Gunshow is making himself. The down ones, the flame carpets.
We're seeing a lot of the neutral Speed Force, but it's not really accomplishing a huge amount apart from just kind of slowing the pace down.
Well, has managed to get a hit. That's going to give him a small life lead. But what's to fix it? There's the delay wake up. Gunshow getting up with nothing. Being quite patient.
Yeah, Gunshow historically a very, very patient player indeed. Ah, there's the punish with the back forward too, but the air escape used by Happy Pal.
This is a clean game right here.
Yeah, very much so.
There's a Speed Force.
What? It disappeared? That was...
Wait, what happened? Did he just come out of that, or was that the animation of him leaving the
I'll be honest,
flame?
I'm not really sure. I've never seen that before.
Well, regardless, it's going to come out better for Happy Pal. Oh, he spends the bar on the toilet.
And he's going to build so much meter there, and then he's going to get 1 bar away from Gunshow. But look at the corner positioning, and that is where Firestorm doesn't want to be against Flash. Using the Speed Force again in the neutral. I mean, it's slowing the pace down, but I'm not sure. I'd like to see him accomplish a little bit more with it.
Oh,
Here's
that one. Oh, the air take, but doesn't do it at the right time this time and still gets launched for free.
Jumps into the Molten Trap, but no bar to meter burn.
And I think as Gunshow has that level 3 trait ready to go. He's looking for that moment. You know he is.
Right now, he's going in. Is he going to accomplish much? Let's have a look. Catches the mid, but no full combo.
Ooh! That was either a galactic hit confirm or he was just sure it was going to work.
Molten Trap. Oh, expecting the meter burn, of course. You have to respect the option. If you eat that, you're dead. And we might see it. He's got trait. Is this Vortex? No, it's not. We're going to undo the damage.
I actually wonder if Happy Pal almost expected Gunshow to try and go for the Clash Ball, because Happy Pal didn't clash straight away. Happy Pal without bars going to be a lot harder to take down Firestorm. And there's level 3. The health regeneration has begun.
I actually love the patience from Gunshow because he was waiting until he had no meter to go for it! And that's going to get rid of the character power.
Right, Gunshow is holding on to that level 3 trait for so long and it's already gone now.
But it has got rid of the flash trait too.
And the patience, Happy Pal. He's just not pressing buttons. He's just being so careful. Oh, he gets through! The jump in, the full screen! Oh, but the clash straight away.
That's going to be 1 bar each. That's 100% going to be 1 bar each right here.
Yeah, surely there's no way he doesn't spend it.
Yep, and Gunshow...
Oh, but Gunshow didn't. Gunshow knew he was going to trade, so he opted to keep hold of it.
If he gets opened up, it's going to be bad. Just the patience! Ultimate patience coming out from Happy Pal, not extending. That was a slow game 1.
Irish Madness with a drink in his hand in the back. There is no fitter picture than that right there.
I think there are less things more fitting than Irish Madness with a drink in his hand, having a good time.
Yeah, man. But Happy Pal, I've got to be honest, Happy Pal, he is impressing me right now. I wasn't sure how he was going to take this matchup. Isn't that exactly what happened in the first game?
Maybe.
Happy Pal, he's really managed to slow this down. Gunshow is obviously playing the matchup in a very specific way, and it was a close game, but Happy Pal, I'm not used to seeing him play so slow.
It's very uncharacteristic, actually, of Happy Pal to play at this slow pace.
Oh, wow.
Jumps over, but still eats it.
Actually very surprised he didn't get over that. That's unfortunate.
And there we go. That's actually why we're not seeing the Running Man used in the neutral, because down 1 buffered into any special, it's just going to chew that up from the flash. And we saw that loads in Northern Arena. That's a very matchup-specific thing that Firestorm can do.
Yeah, Happy Pal just has to really watch the spacing. That was a perfect round right there. Gunshow is just dancing outside of the range of the flash attacks, and he's just getting the down 1 with punish every time.
I mean, the Molten Traps, they're really getting Happy Pal to want to Running Man. And when he Running Mans, we're seeing the consistent option. There's the escape, able to block in time, taking the minus frames, Speed Force, what's the mix-up? All right, here we go. Oh my god!
Okay, this is the flash. He actually could take the life bar here. There's a combo. Good block on the event. The down 1 interrupt again, and he air takes at a bad time again. Happy Pal going to pay for the same mistake, and that's the level 3 trait. Gunshow using it early, getting as much health back as he can, and the Vortex is good.
I think using the level 3 trait before you've even come close to using your first life bar, I mean, can it get any better than that as a Firestorm player? Because even if he loses this round, he's definitely going to build another one.
I think it's Happy Pal opted not to clash there. What? Wait a minute. That was some deceiving range.
Oh god, that disappeared again. That was so funky.
Okay, so
it's going to be 1-1.
It literally just must be the animation of the charge ending.
Yeah, has to be.
We're just not used to seeing it in slow motion like that.
Now Happy Pal's going to take a little minute just to, I think, recuperate right here. But to be honest with you, I think the adaptation in that second game was that Gunshow didn't even remotely overextend. He was putting up that brick wall defense, which you have to do in this matchup. You don't want to let the flash anywhere near you because he has the best rushdown in the whole game.
Or at least some of the most effective mix-ups, just traditional unseeable 50-50s and heavy damage.
I definitely personally do think Flash has that #1 mix-up because it's unseeable 50-50s, weighs in, meter build.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants to do. He wanted to take the first bar there, knowing he was going to get it, and then just spend the rest of his Running Man time, or his trait time, I should say.
Oh,
just going for his Running Man stances, building up that bar, and now he's got 2 bars already. Oh!
Yeah, it doesn't even need access to the trait. Big damage can come anyway. Oh, there's the Molten Trap. Hasn't quite got level 3 trait, so he's going to save it, I reckon. Now here's the mix-up. Oh, no, never mind. There's obviously not as much plus frames.
Guncho does this against Tiny a lot. He has no interest in going anywhere near Happy Power if he's in the corner. Guncho wants to keep this fight mid-screen. Oh, there's a bar. Goes through.
Brave read. Foul. Yeah, he's going to be whipping those running mans. Really wants to get the bar. Oh, preemptive back 3. But to be honest, I just don't think Guncho is ever going to bite for those.
Here's the health regeneration. Oh, but he gets another Molten Trap. Happy Power really has to watch his toes.
Now, yep, just going in for the grab. I respect it. You expect the left or the right. How about empty jump grab? Another element to the mix-up.
And Guncho was able to regenerate a little bit of life during that sequence too, so it's a win-win situation for him.
And because he's using the level 3 traits so early, again, he's going to build another one before this game is done.
There it is, there's the punish. He was just waiting to get into range for it, and he will do just that. Taking the life bar, evening things out again.
Both players have access to their clash. Happy Power didn't have to use much for that. Oh, the whiff punish. I love the patience from Guncho. Really good footsies.
Happy Power opting to hold on to the clash, wants to keep it for a little bit later.
Oh my word. All right, that's just going to be raw. Yeah, funny height right there. I think that was a very unconventional, on-the-spot combo Happy Power had to try and go for. Yeah, doesn't want to finish the string, doesn't want to get whiff punished. He did learn from his last mistake.
There's the button again. He's being so careful on the approach, but Guncho, spacing is just superb right now. Okay, there it is. That's what he was looking for. That's a full combo. Happy Power has an opportunity, but Guncho takes it away straight away with the clash. But this is good news for Happy Power, because even this could get some health back here. No, he isn't. He's going to hold on to the bar.
I understand. I respect it. If he lands a Molten Trap, it's over.
He has a bar though. Oh, but it is going to matter. That's beyond clashable, surely.
Yeah, he had to go for, trying to go for something a little bit preemptive with that Sonic Pound, and it's 2-1 now for Guncho. Happy Pow. I wonder what he's going to do here, to be honest with you.
It is 2-1. I mean, he's still in this. It's just going to be very difficult for him. Guncho really has just started to play this matchup perfectly, it seems. You know, he's playing that full distance. I think Happy Pow just really has to try and change something up right here, because the game plan he's going for, I mean, it worked in game one, but Guncho really seems to have figured it out.
He's playing into his hands at the end of the day. That's the main thing that's happening, is that he's in these situations where Guncho is just putting up that brick wall of a defense. He's sitting there patiently. He's waiting for Happy Pow to come to him. And the second he does, he's always ready for the whiff punish. I think Happy Pow needs to be very careful how he spaces these moves.
It feels like Guncho is saying, this is how we're playing this matchup. And Happy Pow is going, okay. Instead of changing how the matchup itself is being played here, he's, like I said, he's playing into what Guncho is wanting right now.
Raw Molten Trap, that immediate low. We did see him start the set with the overhead at the very beginning of this series, so that instant overhead or low mix-up, I really respect it. The conversion.
There's a delay. Or keeps himself safe, backdash. And that down one again, Guncho is waiting for it so many times.
I mean, it's so clean. This gameplay is so clean from Guncho and a whip punish. I feel like Happy Pow really is just falling for it. Hook, line, and sinker for another time. This is what we saw in the last match. I just feel like he's not doing a great job of being able to recover from it. He's doing exactly what Guncho wants. Tries to anti-air. I mean, the spacing from Guncho has been so immaculate. It's going to be match point for Guncho on this loser's side. You know he's hungry for that top 8.
Oh, walks straight through, gets a nice hit. That's going to be a full combo for Happy Pow. What can he do with it?
If he's going to win this game, it's going to be with him in the corner. But I wonder if he's going to do a good job of being able to escape now.
Oh my word. Another full screen whiff punish. Happy Pow, he's now getting the traits good use. That's probably going to be enough to kill. Yes, it is. Okay, here we go. Happy Pow has a chance.
This is, I feel like, his one and only chance. If Guncho escapes the corner, this is going to be game over. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, is he getting out of the corner? He's doing hella damage to Happy Pow in the meantime. Happy Pow again holding onto his clash. Oh, catches him. Can I drop this? Oh, no. Actually, no. I think he just let it fall. Just wanted to set up.
Oh, my God.
But it's going to matter.
So clean. Now, again, we're going to look at the bar situation. Happy Pow has to spend all of his resources just to stay alive in this fight.
It's going to be difficult because Guncho has that bar. That Molten Trap could come through. Okay, he gets over it again. It's going in. Wake up backdash! Wake up backdash! Slow-mo and still isn't dealt with.
Even in the Speed Force, that whiff punish is so good. He blocks Vortex correctly, but that's the first of many victories, and he's not going to get the chance. Molten Trap comes through, and Guncho qualifies for top 8, eliminating Happy Pow.
Yeah, feel bad for Happy Pal there. I mean, he had such an amazing tournament, got so far, should definitely be proud of himself, and obviously he had the full support of all the EU boys behind him. Happy Pal had a really strong showing to the end of last year. Obviously, he did make E-League, he did have some good matches while he was there, and to be honest, to get so far in his first, like, American, I mean, this is his first American international, like, grassroots major, right? I believe so. I mean, Happy Pal definitely hasn't got the same level of experience as the rest of some Europeans, like a level of, like, you know, perhaps Tekken Master or Foxy, but still did really well for himself today. But obviously, Gunshow with that killer Firestorm, absolutely impeccable play. Not at all surprising to see him get through the top 8.
But yeah, to answer your question, yes, that was Happy Pal's first time on American soil, with the exception of E-League. This was his first open bracket tournament. He collected so many heads. Proud of him for how far he got, but Gunshow is looking crispy going into top 8. Now, this is an online War of the Gods match.
It is indeed. It's like going to be that noble team kill. It's going to be Rewind versus Samij. Both players are quite consistently very powerful players. Samij obviously had an incredible showing in Justice Pro Series finals last year. Rewind, just this online up-and-coming player that has progressively shown his face at offline tournaments, but seemed to really have problems transferring his online success to offline. Yeah, and that's not to be said that he hasn't got the right competition online. Obviously, a lot of our top players in the Injustice 2 community, they enter the War of the Gods, they enter these online tournaments, and they practice all the time online. So it's not like it's definitely not like he just can't play offline, right? He just has, when it really boils down to it, in person, he seems to struggle. I'm not sure if it's nerves, I'm not sure if it's composure, I'm not sure if it's just the environment, right? But something about offline competition just didn't really blend well with Rewind until this tournament. Here he is, one game away from loser's side top 8. He has got a pretty heavy-hitting opponent to take out in Samij, who is a phenomenally successful Injustice 2 player. Catwoman specialist through and through. Really have been seeing Catwoman more than anything else from Samij. He is an incredibly successful Catwoman player, and Rewind obviously has quite a team of characters at his disposal.
Now, ultimately, this being losers bracket action, we only have 2 more sets before top 8 is decided, and we're going to be moving on to the grand stage. So 2 more series. I'm really excited. Let's see how well they go.
Now, imagine how they're going to be feeling going into this, though, because you know Rewind is going to really be wanting that top 8, like I think more so than Samij. You know, not to say that Samij is ever going to slouch, but Rewind has been hungry for this kind of success for a while. I wonder if that's going to translate into his gameplay. Is Rewind going to be playing Flash here?
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. He has played Flash before. I mean, he's one of those players, masters of many characters. Now, the difference here actually is that Samij is not. Samij has always been the kind of guy to pick a really strong character that can cover almost every matchup by themselves and then just kick ass with that one character.
Okay, so they've gone back to player select, so maybe it's not going to be Flash from Rewind. Guess we'll see soon. Blue Beetle! Okay, so Rewind. Okay, so with the wave of success that Blue Beetle has had, thanks to obviously Deoxys, shouts to Deoxys, hope you're enjoying this from home, my dude. Deoxys having such an incredible Blue Beetle has really inspired a number of players to really pick this character up and figure out what makes him tick. Because Blue Beetle is a complicated character in terms of execution. He's quite finicky, quite fiddly, but if you can put him to good use, what a mix-up machine this character is.
The thing about Beetle is that he just takes a lot of work. But there's the whiff punish, good footsies. Just going for the shield bash, though. I think the meter burn strike would have actually reversed positioning, which is not what Rewind wants. I think he's going to win this fight mid-screen. Not afraid, just sit there and be patient.
Oh, I love it. Bait! I absolutely love that from Rewind. The instant jump into bait Samij into an anti-air, into cancelled float. Wonderful stuff.
He's going to let that whip trip completely whiff. You can see the strength of this neutral. Tries to down one the jump in. Down 2, sorry. Blue Beetle has one of the best down 2s in this game as well.
It's so fast. If he's in blade stance, it's even better, but obviously you really want that projectile. Blue Beetle's entire thing, if those of you watching that might be unaware, this is quite an uncommon character. His trait is the stance like that you see right now gives him access to projectiles. The other one, where he has blades on his hands, gives him an extended range and some crazy combos, but he loses projectiles. And in this kind of matchup, I'll be very surprised if we ever see him go into blade stance. Because the projectiles are what you need.
Yeah, we can see how much work it's doing. You know, even if they're not landing, it's really slowing the pace down. It's forcing Samij to sit there, be patient, wait for each projectile, and it's kind of letting Rewind dictate the pace of, right, now you're going to move in because I say you can.
There's the whip, but nothing from Rewind. He's being careful. Rewind being very cautious, not overextending the buttons.
Going for the instant jump 1, probably expecting a jump 2, I think. One of those like strong reads, wake up backdash, nice way to get out of the cross-up situation. Oh, and yeah, projectile, let's go. He's playing at such a calculated pace, and Beetle is a calculated man's character.
But I like how Rewind isn't kind of just effortlessly going projectile back to back as fast as the game lets him, because that's obviously Bones being jumped in on. She has the whip trip, she has answers, cat dash.
I mean, at no point here has Rewind overextended, not once.
Exactly. He's just playing super carefully from start to finish, and he has such a big life lead already.
Oh, there's Interactable. Clean jump in. Doesn't
but no
confirm,
combo off
yeah,
it.
no confirm into cat dash. That's very surprising.
Yeah, especially considering it's Samish. He's normally very known for his clutch confirms, especially off of like wayward hits like that.
I think Samij is a little bit antsy. He looks a little bit nervous to down 2 some of these jumps.
I mean, it's because Rewind has already kind of faked him out for it, right?
There we go. Cross up into the maces.
Now, that is a huge thing of Blue Beetle, is not being afraid to spend that cash, spend that bar, and go for those bounce cancels, go for the meter burn forward 3. Yes, it costs 2 bars, but it gets him so much damage, and this character just goes through meter like it's nothing. Like, Blue Beetle has some of the absolute best meter build in this entire game, especially when you play it in the style that Rewind is, with a lot of projectiles, a lot of floats,